Anybody know what this thing is? Well, I didn't either. I had to travel clear across the country and spill a whole lot of blood to find out. Well, as always, there's an interesting story behind it. Stick around if you want to find out. Summer 1988, boot camp, Canadian Forces Base, Cornwallis, Nova Scotia. Getting used to my new military life, and it's quite a bit busier than the civilian life I had experienced up until then. Busy in so many ways. You're shining shoes and ironing clothes and making beds. You get up in the morning and make your bed, head off to the washroom area to perform the 3 S's that everybody is familiar of. My 3 S's were shower, shave, and sever an artery. Every single morning. In my previous life as a civilian, I had shaved using a razor. I didn't have any problems with that, but it used to take me a good 10 minutes to have a shave. Now in my new life, I've got seconds. The quicker I can get cleaned up and shaved and get on with my day, the better, because from the moment we wake up in the morning, get our beds made, get cleaned up, get everything ready, and stand on the line, you don't have very long. For the first 5 weeks of my course, it was like a massacre watching me shave. My buddies commented on it. The instructors never ever had to ask if I shaved, because they'd show up to inspect me and everything would be pressed and polished and neat and tidy, and I'd usually have a whole bunch of nicks and scars on my neck and my face from that fast shave I'd do in the morning. So lots of comments, lots of jokes. 5 weeks into it, I was probably down a liter or 2 of blood. We ended up having a weekend off at 5 weeks in. A lot of us took off and went to this local resort place in between Cornwallis and Digby called the Mountain Gap Inn. It was a pretty great place. We all had a really good time. Nice rest, relaxation. Mountain Gap Inn was right in the Annapolis Basin. It was a great place to catch up with your fellow recruits and have a few beers, spend some relaxing time together. When the weekend was over, I get back, and one of my buddies in the barracks, his name is Phil. Big shout out to Phil here. He showed up and comes down to my bunk space and he says, "Hey man, I got something for you." And I said, "Yeah, what do you got there?" And Phil hands me one of these things. And I'm like, "What the heck is that?" He says, "You never saw that before?" I said, "No." He says, "That's called a styptic pencil." I said, "A styptic pencil?" He goes, "Yeah, when you cut yourself shaving, buddy, you just stick that on the open cut and rub it in a little bit and you're good to go. It stops the bleeding." He said, "I was really getting concerned for your well-being there." He said, I'm pretty sure you've lost a lot of blood during the first part of this course, and I'd like to see you make it through." So good old Phil gives me the styptic pencil. The next morning I go have a shave, and of course I start bleeding like crazy. Complete bloodbath, looks like Scarface at my sink. And I'm not really sure if Phil gave me this thing because he was concerned for my well-being, or because maybe that was his station, was to clean the sinks before inspection, who knows. But it's always the small things you remember. And now some 30 odd years later, this morning I'm going through my shaving kit and I stumbled upon this styptic pencil and I thought, hey, there's a story from boot camp. The next morning I'm shaving. Of course I cut myself and I take this styptic pencil, and in the instructions it says to wet the end of it a little bit and then just apply it or rub it into the cut. So I do this, and I don't know what's in this. If there's molten lava or it simulates a red hot poker from the fire or whatever, it almost chemically cauterizes the wound, and the pain is so sharp it'll bring a tear to the eye of the toughest guy alive. And I gotta tell you, it's either that it cauterizes it, or that the pain is so bad it scares the blood from wanting to come out of that cut. It's amazing, man. Anyways, so for anybody who cuts themselves shaving, styptic pencil, very inexpensive, and they work great. And I just want to thank my buddy Phil for looking out after my well-being. And I want to let you know, Phil, that over the years I've managed to learn how to shave without cutting myself, but the odd time that I nick that Adam's apple, styptic pencil is there. Alright, thanks everybody for watching. If you like my videos, if you like my stories, if you like to be entertained, hit that old subscribe button for me, would you? And hit the notification bell so that you can be notified of my future videos. And like my video if you liked it. Alright everybody, have a great day. Be good to each other, and we'll talk to you again.